What's going on YouTube? Pistol Pete here. Today I want to go over the BK9s that I have. One by Camillus and one by Kabar. So last time I brought you the BK7, same deal. This is going to be a real long video because I just wanted to just show you both, just to show you. And I did the modifications I did to my one Kabar, the newer one. It's pretty awesome too, so I thought you guys might want to take a look at that. You've probably seen some of my shorts if you've seen my shorts, but if you haven't, let me show you this work that White Hines did for me on my my Kabar Camillus. So I'm not going to go over the sheaths because there's nothing much to the sheath. They're almost identical. The Camillus is green, doesn't have multi compatible. The stitching is a little bit bigger stitching. The Kabar is multi compatible, but same type, exactly type sheath, and it's black. It's not green. So other than that, they're identical. Let's go over the blades. So here is the Camillus, old school Camillus BK9. So I lucked out, was able to pick this up in mint condition, never used. Perfect for collection, as you know, I'm a collector. And as well as a user, I use some of the knives, but this is one I'm gonna use for just collecting. Keeps the value. This is an old knife, as you can see right there. Let's see if it picks it up. I don't know if it's picking it up there. That's what it says. Camillus BK9. This one actually says Camillus Combat Buoy, New York, USA. So it's old school, has that old rolled stamped branding in there. Just bitching. I mean, it feels really good in the hand. I love this one here. Now let me show you the new one. Now this one, again, is not out of the box. This one here is done, was redone for me by White Hines. He customized it for me. And man, White Hines does awesome work. He makes knives, but he'll do custom work for you too. So I had him strip the coating on this and had him etched in the Punisher symbol and then the BK9 Combat Buoy on the actual blade on both sides here. It just awesome. It looks so much better. This one I still use. I do use this one. And it cleans up pretty well even after use. This one is just badass, but I had to do it to this one, because since this one is, you can get this one all day. This is just the newer Kabar with the etched in. Obviously the etching is gone now, but it had etched in here was all the branding. We took that off. You'll know now the branding's here. But badass Bowie knife, badass. I love the BK9s. They're just awesome. All the BK line actually, dude. Ethan Becker, man, he knows how to design a knife. They're well balanced. They're sturdy. These are very, very comparable steels. Let's go over that now. Let me hold them up both for you so you can see both here. So, obviously the original condition one is going to be the Camillus. The newer version, the custom one, is going to be the Kabar. So the Kabar uses 1095 Crovan steel. This one here, the Camillus used, what is it, 071 steel, which is it's equivalent to like a cold steel carbon V steel. Awesome steel as well. You never hear of these breaking ever. Of course, if you ask people, they'll say this one's a little bit better in heat treat and a little better as far as steel. But you don't hear no complaints about this one, put it that way. You don't hear either one. And then on top of that, which to me what makes them equal, is this one's 3/16 thick. This one here is a 1/4 inch thick, which, maybe not be a big difference, but again, it makes it equal. If this was a little bit less of a steel temper than this one, it'll make up, the beefiness will make up for that maybe lack of strength, if that's the case. I've seen hundreds and hundreds. One of the most reviewed knives on YouTube is the BK9 and this Camillus one as well. And I've never ever seen anyone say, oh, this thing's junk, it snapped on me, ever. They always just say it's badass, chopping through stuff, never have an issue. So some of the differences, other than the customs I did. Sorry, I wish I would have showed you guys this before I did the custom work to it. Maybe sort of more apples for apples. Right now it looks a little bit, this one's pretty bitching right here with that engraving and everything. But one thing is the height of the grind. You can see here how short the grind is right here in the top of the saber part of it, saber grind part. It goes up a lot higher than this one. So this one has like a beefier, fattier saber grind. Either way, I mean, they're both good. This one's gonna be a little more slicer. This one's gonna be a little bit better for splitting, the Kabar version. Other than the thickness, I told you about that. The handles. this handle for the Camillus is a little bit thicker. And I personally like it. I like it a little bit thicker, a little bit bigger, more grip in the hand, you know. And of course, you know, all Kabar, or I should say all Becker knives, you can switch out the handles. You could put your whatever, G10 wood or freaking micarta, whatever you want to put on there. You can use all different types of handle scales, make it your own. You can even, with these handles, a lot of people put Ranger bands on them, or they'll put grip tape or something to make them stickier, because these are kind of slick. Both of these are kind of slick Gryvex style handles, but just the contouring and the fattiness of this handle feels better in my hand than this one. Maybe if you have smaller hands, this one would feel okay, but in my opinion, this one feels a lot better in hand. As far as weight, they both feel about the same. This one feels a little heavier. I think this is a little bit heavier knife. And forgive me, I didn't get the exact weight of each one, but I can just tell you right now, just by feeling them. I mean, this is the coatings off this one, so I mean, maybe half an hour. I mean, it's not gonna take much of the weight out, but yeah, this one feels a little more beefier, feels a little heavier. This one feels a little bit lighter. Just awesome though, awesome, both of them. I can't complain. I love what Wyatt did to this one, just freaking badass. And this one here, like I said, I've lucked out and got this one here because obviously, you know, Camillus went out of business years ago. So this one here is just straight up collector piece, and to get it in mint condition with the box, I lucked out. And all these freaking came razor sharp. I mean, let me see. Both of these are freaking razor blades. Let me see here if I can. You're not gonna see it with the black. Well, you probably can. Look there. Just see if it'll pick it up. I mean, if not, let me do this. Let me show you guys how sharp this damn blade is. Razor blade. Freaking razor sharp. I mean, both of these are just, I mean, freaking, like I said, razor blades. Awesome. They're both easy to sharpen if you needed to sharpen them. Just bitching. I mean, if you ever, either one, I mean, if you can come across a Camillus, which is hard to find, but new or used, I'd pick it up if you can get a good deal on it. I mean, since it's a collector piece now, it's really hard to find these, and if you do, they're kind of high price. But if you can't get a good price, I recommend getting one. And if not, if you just want just a similar version, I mean, with that's made by Kabar, just as tough, just as badass, go with the Kabar. They sell them now. They're like about 120 bucks. You can find them, you know, between 100 to 130. I would say the ranges for these. Worth every penny. Just a bitchin' blade, you know. Heavy, hard working knife. So, all right, guys. I don't want to make this too long. I just wanted to show you real quick again the differences between the two and some of the custom work I did on this one. And that's it. Until next knife, gun, or whatever.